today's video is going to be what I read in January and February. I do apologise for the angle, I'm sort of figuring it out, trying to get a good angle. So we'll start with what I'm currently reading. This is The Great Gatsby. I'm currently reading that, page 58. This book just is so beautiful, like it's amazing. Like I feel like from what I can gather from the book that Fitzgerald is literally writing this sort of kind of based on her life, kind of not at the same time, like sort of written from like her perspective. Don't really know much about the author, to be honest, but might Google a few facts, sort of see some facts on the author, just because I don't really know much. Just sort of, it's so beautifully written, like it's amazingly well written, like it's just amazing. It's always harder to Google stuff on a phone though. Pretty sure this was written around the time of like the 1920s. Gerald is an American novelist. Story writer, screenwriter, best known for his novel depicting flamboyance and success of the Jazz Age, a term he popularised during his lifetime. He published I don't know why I thought it was a she. Published 4 novels in a four story collections and 164 short stories. This is what I found on like Wikipedia. That's good. Camera focused. So I just think it's a work of art, to be honest. I'm also currently reading this, The Forgotten Puppy. I'm at page 38. Basically, Emily has wanted a dog for so long. Basically, for as long as she can remember. She and her brother Ben and their mum get Rihanna, a little Shiba Inu puppy. Emily wants to be able to take the puppy everywhere. There's just one problem. She has to leave Rihanna behind on weekends she spends with her dad. Rihanna can't understand why Emily has to keep going away. When a trip with her dad seems longer than usual, Rihanna's convinced Emily's forgotten her. So Rihanna goes for a quick walk with their mum and ends up thinking they're going to meet them from the station, but then they're going to the park and their mum slips over and Rihanna runs to the station and gets lost and sort of thinking where shall she look, essentially. Then so they do find her and it's all happy at the end. Like, they go on holiday at the end. So I've read this book, which is Home for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is 3 little words, which little words I'm taking are I love you, because Beth Prince has always liked fairy tales and feels like she's on the verge of her own happiness after landing her dream job in an independent cinema by the seaside and a gorgeous boyfriend. But there is just one problem. No man's ever told her the 3 words, I love you. She's desperate to hear these words. For the first time, Beth takes matters into her own hands and wishes she hadn't done that. Just when Beth thinks her luck couldn't get any worse, bad news arrives. And the handsome shape of Matt, the regional director of multiple different Plex Cinema, demanded to get his hands on Beth's place of work by Christmas. Can Beth keep her job and her man, or a romantic comedy life about to turn into a disaster movie? It's a really good book. Like, I find it a really interesting book to read. It's quite a long book, and that's kind of how the print is, if it will focus. So it is quite long. Like, it was like 356 pages. It's so much longer than something compared to that. But like, it may even be like longer than Gatsby. Kind of is longer than Gatsby. Like, Gatsby's like 231 pages. This is like 356, 53. 56 with like extras at the back. So I just found that another good book. Another one that I read in like January, finished that off because I started it in December. It's The Kitten Nobody Wanted. When Maya loses her beloved cat, Sandy, she can't imagine having another cat because she doesn't want to forget Sandy. Then her best friend Emily's cat, Silky, has kittens. Try and find a picture of that cat. Cat Silky. There she is. And I'll show one with the kittens. There's her with the kittens. And it's sort of, Emily's desperate for her to see the kittens. Maya knows she has to and she can't put off seeing them forever. Then she goes and sees them, and there's the small shy cat. Whiskers is his name. Maya names him Whiskers. Everyone can see that Maya and Whiskers are perfect for each other, but is Maya ready to give him a home? Like, Maya does give Whiskers a home, and it's happy ever after. Like, that's the page at the end. Then finally we have the scruffy puppy. Bella has always wanted to have a dog of her own, and Sid, the mad... So finally we have the scruffy puppy. Bella has always dreamed of having her own dog. Sid, the little mad frizzy-eared puppy. You can see there. He's always dreamed of having a home. Like, he'd been at the shelter for a very long time. I do apologise if the angle's changed. Took a quick filming break. But then Bella's friend Megan starts being mean about Sid. Megan gets her own dog, Coco. Can Bella prove that Sid's more than a scruffy puppy? And so Bella signs Sid up for like a dog show, and then she proves that she's like better behaved. He's better behaved than like Coco. That's it there. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.